Cheril here. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Cheril Issa. I make videos about wellness, skincare, lifestyle, education, fashion related. If you're interested in all those content, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever there's a new video. For today's video, I want to talk about self-love. I want to share my view on self-love and 4 steps into achieving the ultimate self-love. If you're interested, keep watching. You're probably aware, hashtag self-care is trending. Been trending for a really long time. It's a major topic. Whenever you type in self-care, self-love, there's a bunch of routines, regimens, what I do to care for myself. The first thing people think of self-care, self-love is what can I do? Looking for the outlet. It could be activities, or it could be a product that make them feel good. It's kind of backwards to look outwardly for self-love. I think self-love is an inward thing. It comes from within, it can't be fulfilled by just doing stuff on the outside. Because of social media, self-care, it's no longer about yourself. It's more like to prove to other people how you're doing it. So to me, that's gotten out of control. You've probably heard people saying accept who you are, love yourself. When people say that, to me it's so vague that what do you mean by love myself? Put it this way, for a normal person who is non-narcissistic, it's so hard to love yourself, to truly love yourself as a whole. There must be things you don't like, the good, the bad, and the not so sure side of ourselves. Some personality traits are often seen as weaknesses. For example, stubborn, critical, lazy, indecisive, rebellious. Though those are the personality traits that make us the way we are, rarely do we look up to people who have similar personality traits, because it stings to see something you dislike the most about yourself on somebody else. Instead of shedding light on your flaws, the first step is always the hardest. Getting to know your worst self. Be open about what you dislike the most about yourself. Instead of saying yeah, that's bad, it's all messed up. You're not just admitting that. We're not advocating the worst self. We're here to actually own it, make amends, and work on ourselves. Learn and grow from the past. When you look up self-care and then there are a bunch of self-care routines popping up, I make self-care type of content before. It's like a temporary fix. What I always believe, create a retreat, not a routine. Generally speaking, routines are great, especially when you want to stay on track. I'm sure you've seen people making video content, 5 a.m. productive morning routines. It's unrealistic for most of us. A routine that works for somebody else does not mean that it will work for you as well. It's not about the routine that you do. It's not a regimen type of thing. It can't be every single week, this is what I do. Sometimes it changes. For loving yourself, it's a retreat of time of your own, a retreat of space of your own. No 2 retreats are the same. For some people, it can be watching their favorite nostalgic movies while eating some good takeout, going for a solo hike, listening to your favorite podcast, yoga at 3, and then have some cake just for yourself. I don't know, everyone's different. Make it special. Create your own retreat. Why retreat is more important than a routine? You give a piece of yourself back to yourself. Instead of you're just very robotic, this is my routine, this is what I usually do. You're not creating a routine. You're creating something special just for yourself. Give yourself that validation you deserve. We can be the hardest critics in our own lives. Don't ever forget to pat yourself on the back when you're doing well in life. Feeling emotionally beat up in life often stems from the deep disappointment in ourselves or not being good enough. A lot of people just overlook this. They think it's just the failure that makes them feel down and out. Because sometimes we are so hard on ourselves. This is time we need to make a conscious decision to snap out of that. Trying to think of ways to turn a bad day into a better one. And that back to my second step, create a retreat. You don't have to be I have to turn a bad day into a good one, a solid, amazing day. No. Turn the bad day into a better day. Don't be so hard on yourself. Make it better. Make it special for yourself. Another thing is you can't please every single person. When things aren't going right, go left. Sometimes you just need to laugh out loud. Be sure to hold on to the kind gestures, the lovely comments, all the smiley emojis that you get from time to time. Those are great. And here's to everyone. It doesn't matter what your gender is. When you know your worth and focus on the goodness, your goodness, you stop living up to other people's expectation of you. That's just what it means for self-love. Know who you are, know the flaws, know how you can deal with it, know the ways to can make a bad day into a better one. Number 4. Prioritize your joy. We live in a time that applauds productive everyday life, excel in our field of work, while acing the social life with our peers. It honestly, it's a lot for an individual to handle. No matter how you manage to live your life, don't ever put yourself on the back burner for anything or anybody else. You are responsible for your own happiness. No one can guarantee that for you. I get that sometimes we feel bad, we're condemned. If we do something for our own, it's considered selfish. You're not selfish to take care of yourself. You're not selfish to prioritize your own happiness. Whatever that you want to do, you go after that. You don't let anybody to say, oh, you can't do that. Guess what? You're in a relationship. Guess what? You have kids. Guess what? You're married. Strive for it. You strive for the best version of yourself. You live for yourself. I mean, life is just too short to put your own happiness on hold for anybody else. Prioritize that shit. I really hope this video is helpful. I don't know who's watching this. You could be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or anywhere above. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos every week. Thank you for watching. I'm Cheril issa. I'll see you in my next video.